Peace to the tribe. Hello, everyone, and I am NuDiamonds. I hope everyone out there is doing well today. We're going to be jumping into a very fun predictive astrology. We're going to see if Kamala Harris will be the president, okay? We're using astrology and tarot cards and just downloads and just having fun. This is going to be a very fun breakdown. I have been really wanting to jump into this since the full moon in Capricorn on July 21st. So I feel like now is the time. There's been a lot of things just kind of popping off in the media, and I'm like, wow. And I was getting inclination to do this video just for entertainment purposes. So this is going to be just having fun. We're just going to be having fun while we do this, but I am going to be using astrology and tarot for this breakdown. Now, I don't really know too much about politics. I'm going to keep it real, but I just would, love to break it down using astrology, and that's something that I do know about, and tarot cards and oracle cards and downloads and meditations that I got on this energy. Okay, so we're gonna jump into the astrology. I have my notes here on my phone, so yeah, I'm gonna actually put the chart up, and the blue will represent Kamala Harris's birthday, and the orange will represent the chart for the full moon in Capricorn that we had on July 21st. Now, the only thing that really made me want to do this video was I had just did a video for the full moon in Capricorn. You guys can check that out. And after I did it, literally the news had broke. Joe Biden had stepped down and Kamala was going up. And I was like, that's very interesting. What a coincidence, and today is the full moon. Full moon represents releasing and women and emotions and intuition and water. And I just was like, wow, how interesting is that? So my spirit told me to go look up her birth chart, and when I looked up her birth chart aligned to the date of the full moon, and it kind of tripped me out. She literally had a air trine, I believe, and then that day it was an air trine. She had a mystic rectangle in her chart. The full moon in Capricorn had a mystic rectangle, and it also formed a star. So she had a star in her chart, and the full moon in Capricorn had a star in the chart. And I was like, whoa. So then I started to look at the exact placements, the exact alignments, and it lined up to the T. It freaked me out a little bit, actually. I was like, whoa, okay, because the full moon in Capricorn was rising in Gemini. She is a Gemini rising, okay? She is also a Libra, but with the rising, it's more of a inclination of what will be, what this energy will be portraying off as. And I thought that was very interesting that that's all I really needed was the rising signs aligned, because that explained why the chart was so aligned. Everything else was just by coincidence that they fell in the exact same house at the exact same place. So let's get into it. So yes. All right, let's start off with my first notes. Okay, another thing that I had noticed was Donald Trump had the assassination attempt. And I thought that was, that's, whether everybody has their conspiracy theories on this, I'm just breaking down the symbolism of it. Okay, so he got shot in his right ear. And the right side is the masculine side. Okay, so it gave me a sense of trying to take out the masculine, or taking out the masculine. He represents the red. It was blood. That's that Mars, that war energy, right? Also, the full moon was at the 29th degree. Okay, 29 represents the ending of something to bring in something new, an old cycle releasing to bring in this new cycle, to bring in this new thing, right? Whatever that may be, whatever that may look like. Normally in astrology, but like I said, this is a Kamala Harris breakdown. So to me, it was giving releasing something old to bring in the new. Gives me the inclination on Biden. Okay, Biden stepped down. He said, I'm going to endorse her as, the president, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, wow. Another thing that there was 2 full moons and in Capricorn in that season in July, in the month of July, which I thought was very interesting. The first one was at the 1st degree, and then the last one was at the 29th degree. So it was like these 2 terms, in a sense, these 2 terms. After these 2 terms, you're releasing something to gain this new thing, to gain this woman energy. Okay, and Capricorn also represents masculine energy, or the boss, or in the sense of president. Okay, so I was just like, wow, it was so much fun doing this breakdown, you guys. I had a ball just making the dots connect. So we're gonna finish doing the astrology alignment. Okay, so yes, so her, like I said, her birth chart aligned perfectly. Normally when you see a birth chart, 2 birth chart put together, you will see different lines. This birth chart was so in sync with the full moon that is literally, you just see one chart. So I was like, wow, is something fated? Is something destiny here? And to me, it looks like it. Okay, so all right, let's finish breaking down. Yeah, a blue moon. Also, it was a blue full moon, a blue buck full moon in Capricorn. And, blue, the Democrats are blue. So it was a sense of this rising, or this highlight on this blue energy, which I thought was very interesting. Going back into the 2 terms, with the Capricorn, the 2 full moons in Capricorn, it was given this sense of a woman coming into power, a woman coming into this leadership. Okay, it was, to me, it says 2 terms. A woman will become the boss, woman taking over, the 2 masculine. Okay, the first full moon was 1. To me, that represented Trump. 1 is Aries, and then the 29th, Biden had to end his term and step down. Opposition to the sun. The sun was in Cancer, and that's a woman stepping into her power, stepping into the spotlight. Okay, because it was Cancer season still. So I was like, wow, Cancer season is all about the women nurturing, healing, emotions, water, but really it represents women. Divine feminine energy. Okay, then 2 in tarot is a high priestess. Okay, so that's someone who has a inner knowing as well, connecting it to the tarot. Then the full moon was rising in Gemini, going back into the full moon alignment, and then she's a Gemini rising. Okay, the Gemini was in Jupiter for expansion in Gemini risings. Her North Node is conjunct this alignment as well. So this is a part of her purpose. This is a part of her soul mission, okay? Because right now we have Jupiter in Gemini. And not only is she a Gemini rising, but she also has her North Node in Gemini. What are the odds? North Node represents your purpose, your soul purpose, your soul mission. And it's in Gemini, they're all conjunct, okay? Then something else that I noticed in this chart is that there is a cardinal cross, okay? The cardinal cross was with the sun for the full moon and her sun, okay? So the sun in Cancer for right now, and then the sun in Libra for her birth chart, then the moon for the full moon in Capricorn, being in Capricorn, and then her full moon or her moon being in Aries, all right? So it was this sense of initiation. Cardinal signs are initiating new beginnings, things starting, something starting, and with this passion, with this fire, with this desire, okay? Yes. So I thought that was interesting that there was a cardinal cross with the sun and the moon, and the sun represents masculine energy. The sun represents Leo energy, the season that we're in right now, the energy that we're in right now. And then the moon represents this feminine energy. Okay. So I was like, wow, another synchronicity. How miraculous is that, right? Okay. And then I seen Mars and Mercury conjunct in Leo with her alignments. And then also the full moon alignments. They were conjunct. These two alignments were both in Leo, meaning that she would be very passionate about speaking to the youth in the heart of the community in Atlanta, okay, because she did that rally in Atlanta July 30th in Leo season, and it's been this literally uproar. It's been this uproar, like the lions hear me roar. So it's bringing a lot of attention to her, and kind of putting the spotlight on her and what she's doing at this time. So with her speaking, okay. Also, her Venus in Lilith is conjunct in Libra. So Libra is all about, she is a Libra sun. They're all about relationships and balance and justice and equality. And Lilith is that dark moon, that dark goddess that people like to be ashamed for, embarrassed for, or, just really fighting for what's right. And then, the dark, it also gives me like black women, the dark moon, the dark woman, the black woman. And she also had Meg Thee Stallion out there. Okay, Meg Thee Stallion was out there twerking for justice, twerking for the president. Okay, I never seen nothing like it. What a time to be alive, you guys. So I was like, wow, that's very interesting that she has Venus and Lilith conjunct in these placements, okay? Conjunct in Libra means that she has a sense of relationships with that dark goddess energy. She also is a black woman, whether people want to say she's Indian, she's Arabian, it doesn't matter. That she's melanated, okay? And that's a sense of having a darker complexion. She isn't a lighter, she's melanated. We're going to put it like that. We're going to leave that there, all right? So she is fighting and advocating for women and African-American women, black women, women of color, whatever you want to say, all right? Like I said, I'm not I'm not into politics. I'm just breaking down a chart. This is what the chart says, okay? So don't come for me in the comments. But yes, I just thought it was very interesting how everything was just lining up in the chart, okay? Now, both of the VEX, that's the X and the VX in the chart, they both are aligned in Scorpio, meaning that there was going to be a transfer of power, okay? The VX is basically something that is fated, something that is destiny. This is destined for her to transform into her power, step into her power, transmute power. And also Biden is, excuse me, I say it was like he dead and gone. Biden is a Scorpio. I mean, to our knowledge, we haven't really, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. We're not going to get into that right now, but Biden is a Scorpio, okay? So there was a lot of Gemini, Scorpio energy, okay, transmuting this power into a higher power at this time, okay? Also, both of the fortunes are aligned, okay, and that is the X with the circle. And that is meaning they're both aligned in Sagittarius, meaning that there is a auspicious energy or miracles type of energy that will be taking off in the future, maybe in Sagittarius season, okay, because both of these exes were aligned in Sagittarius. So I was like, interesting. I wonder, what happened in the future. You never know, but I'm just reading the chart, okay? So I thought that was interesting. And then both of the midheaven represents aspirations, goals in the future, things that you're passionate about and desires. Both of those were aligned in Aquarius. Aquarius, we all know, is humanitarian, revolutionary, unique. So it gave me the sense of takeoff in the future, because she also has Saturn there. So it's giving that boss-like energy, this president-like energy, okay, for in the future, okay? This could represent that she could be the president in the future just by this alignment right here. So I was like, whoa, speaking to large groups of people, that's, Aquarius, the 11th house energy, wishes, hopes, dreams, groups of people, humanitarian, technology, which I thought was very interesting. Then we also have Chiron and Saturn in Pisces. Okay, so that's hiding the wounded masculine. I was like, that's interesting, because we still haven't seen Biden. Where is Biden? Show yourself, okay? Where is Biden? But it seems like she is protecting him in a sense, or hiding him, or he's in hiding. Just this very mysterious energy, okay? Something mysterious about that energy alone, with that Chiron, Saturn being aligned in Pisces. And then we also have Neptune there. So it's like illusions, fantasies, dreams. It was just something I was like, I couldn't quite pick up on it, but I was like, we just gonna leave that one there. And then another thing I was noticing that she was talking about, we're not going back. We want freedom, in a sense of going back to what? When I think of it from a African American aspect, going back to slavery, that is that Pisces energy, that breaking free, that jail mentality, that prison mindset. Okay, the last of the signs, all right? So I put, we're not going back, referring to slavery, restrictions of the past, and freedom, breaking free from illusions in the past. Okay. Also, Moon, Chiron, North Node conjunct in Aries. Okay. So this is healing the woman's mind and body, because the moon is all about the woman. Chiron is the wounded healer, and Aries is all about your mind, your body, and your head, and what are you thinking, what are you consuming, what are you focused on, okay? And we all know she is a woman, so she's advocating for women's rights and women to have the rights over their bodies at this time, okay? And then also this could give an inclination of the first black president, okay? With this Chiron, North Node, and the moon, because the moon represents the woman, healer, that healer aspect. And then North Node is in the future. In Aries, that's a leadership role. That's a sense of power. That's a sense of passion. That's a sense of war. Okay, so fighting for her role as a boss, or role as a principal in this race. Okay, this presidential race at this time. Okay. Then we also have Mars and Uranus conjunct in Taurus, and with Jupiter, meaning that you're passionate about unique values and expanding. Okay, like I said, she has all these different values, all these different beliefs, all these different things that she's fighting for when it comes to this presidential race, and it's very unique. I think it's very unique because she is a woman. We haven't really seen that. I mean, a black woman at that. So it's hidden on a lot of different levels. Okay? So take what resonates. And then the last thing that I had was justice will be served. She is a Libra. Okay, so she's here to just shake things up and open up people's minds, give people a wider view of the spectrum and what could possibly happen. Okay, you never know what could possibly happen. So just keep your eyes open, keep your mind open at this time. And then another thing that I kind of wanted to deep dive into, I was like, okay, well, that was for the full moon in Capricorn. When is the election? When is the election is November 5th. So I was like, let me deep dive into this chart as well. So immediately something that stood out in the chart was on this day, the sun is in Sagittarius. Okay, going back to that that fate was that VX was, and I was like, wow, that X was, and I was like, wow, it's looking fated for this to take off, because Sagittarius represents philosophy, religion, future directions, passion, fire, being mutable, a change in initiation, a change in fire, a change in direction. Okay, and that's her thing. We want change. We want change. So this was also, in that fated part of the chart, and I was like, wow. So the sun is going to be where it's fated for her at. And then on this day, Libra rising, okay, November 5th, Libra is rising. She is a Libra, all right. And then Gemini, she's a Gemini rising with North Node, and Jupiter is the Jupiter for this date is aligned with her Gemini rising. So it's literally conjunct on the same cusp, on the same degree. So I was like, wow, something could be rising for her, or taking off in her purpose. And also we have both of the risings connected for her. So I was like, rising up, rising in power. I just thought that was pretty interesting. Then another thing that I had looked at was, I was like, okay, I don't really want to be one-sided. So let me go look at Donald Trump's chart. So we all know he's a Gemini, right? Okay, so I looked at his chart, and he's a Leo rising. Okay, so Leo, that roar, he's not going out without a fight. We all know Donald Trump. He ain't going down easy, right? So he is a Leo, so he's going to put up a fight, but his moon is in Sagittarius. Okay, so that's more of a feminine energy, where in Kamala's chart, that was fated for her. All right. And then his Jupiter is in Libra. Oh, again, that's Sagittarius energy, where Sagittarius, his moon is in Sagittarius. That's that woman energy, Kamala. Okay. Now going back to his Jupiter being in Libra, she is a Libra. Okay, so expansion on that Libra, expansion on justice. All right. I was like, wow. Okay. Then his Capricorn is in Cancer. We just had a Capricorn full moon with the women. So that was a sense of the energy being more so focused on her at this time, okay? And also like women being the boss at this time, or the president. His chart is more one-sided versus Kamala chart is more aligned and fated with this energy at this time, okay? And then it also made me realize, Donald Trump has had a lot of problems with women in the past. That's probably why he got a lot of women stuff in his chart, with relationships. That Jupiter being in Libra, it's like expansion on relationships. Then your Capricorn, your Saturn is in Cancer. That's, women energy, restrictions, discipline with women. Okay, we all know. I'm not gonna get into that, but and then his moon was in Sagittarius. That's women. So I was like, interesting. His is more of a one-sided energy versus hers is more so aligned with the chart. Okay. Then I had also did a meditation on this energy, just a quick little meditation to see what kind of downloads would come up, and my theme for it was, would Kamala be president? I heard yes. I heard yes. Like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only. But like I said, if it comes true, then hey, we're just having fun with it, right? But I heard yes. Then I seen a star. And I was like, interesting, because like I said, she has that star in her chart, and it was a star in the chart for the full moon. Okay. Then I seen a sideways M, and I was like, what is that? So I did my research. I looked it up. It was for Sigma. And Sigma was a sum of a term. It's for like sororities. I remember she was in a sorority, AKA African American sorority. So I was like, wow, like this was very interesting. Then at the time, I was doing my meditation at like 11 p.m. at night. So I like was Googling it, looking it up, and she was actually at Sigma doing a presentation, or she was giving her presentation or her thing on debates, what the presidents do when they do the tour to talk about. I was like, wow, interesting. That everything was just lining up. Okay. Then it was this heavy Lilith energy, okay, that kept popping up. So it's like this, like I said, the dark moon, the dark goddess energy. I thought that was very, very interesting. Okay. This was at 11:11, and that's, we all know 11:11 make a wish, right? So yes, that was my astrology breakdown and things that I kind of caught, things that I deep dive into, and my meditation. So now I'm going to get into the card pull of this and see what comes up, what comes out, and yeah, so I'm going to start with my Sacred Destiny Oracle, and I want to see what is a message that comes out. Again, I hope everybody out there is having a beautiful day. I also, have a website. You guys can check that out. I have lots of tools on there, like readings, crystals for protection, NuDiamonds.net. Giving these a good shuffle. Flexible, that Gemini energy. Flexibility, Tiger, Leo season. Okay, I love it. So yeah, this is all about being open, being flexible, being able to go from both sides, okay, and being open. Okay, so, and then this Tiger, that's that divine feminine energy. Okay, we're in Leo season, Eye of the Tiger, fighting for what's right, and equality, okay, justice, scales, Libra energy. All right, so all right, being flexible, being open, and yeah, I love that this card came out. We are in Leo season right now, and flexibility is about being mutable, being open to change, and going with the flow. That's that Gemini rising energy as well. So yeah, let me look at the bottom card, security. So that fire, okay, in the stars, things are aligned. Okay, so interesting for the first initial card. I'm going to get into my shamanic healing oracle and see what is another message that may come out for is Kamala Harris going to be the president prediction. So we already got flexibility with a tiger, and the tiger represents divine feminine energy. Okay, that cat. That segment energy. Okay. Kamala Harris for president. That would be very interesting. Now, she already made history. It's already history that's been made. But, you know, I just think this is just fun to do and fun to think about. You know, what a time to be alive. All right. We're going to cut it and flip it. Ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom. And what number is this? 7. Wow. Libra energy. So going back to Libra energy, ancient wisdom, this is all about going internal, going outside in nature, and listening to the way of the ancestors, listening to the ways of the trees, and just basically receiving information from nature, like animals, like the trees, like the wind, like the moon, like the stars. And that's what we're doing. We are using ancient technology, astrology, to see and have fun and just read the energy of this alignment. And I think it's pretty fun. I think it's pretty cool. And also it's 7, okay? 7 is Libra energy. 7 is all about justice and balance and equality and relationships and law, which I think is, how interesting is that? You know, she is a Libra. Okay, so we got that Libra, Leo, Gemini energy out already. Hey, all right, bottom card, letting go. Wow. Letting go with the 2 birds in the sun. All right. And that number is 43. 7 again. I can't make it up, y'all. I cannot make it up. All right. So now I'm going to get into my higher self deck. We're going to see what is a message from the higher self on will Kamala Harris be the president? And then after this, I'm going to jump into the tarot cards. But this is how I do my readings. I always love to go into the oracle to get a overall view, and then we go with the tarot to get a more detailed. Wow, rare, something rare. What did I say? I said this is a rare event. Come on. Wow, the rare card popped out. Ah, and who was that? That looks like a woman. Okay. Let's read the card. It says your uniqueness sends out a broadcast. Living or meant to live an inverted life. Leaders of trends, breaking outdated social norms. Individuality, eccentric, unknown, unusual, and misunderstood. Okay. Wow. This has her energy written all over it. That Mars, okay, that Aquarius, that Pisces, that Uranus, that Neptune, okay? Neptune in Pisces, Mars is in Gemini right now, Aquarius, Uranus is in Taurus, Aquarius, we have Pluto there, transformation, and then, yeah, wow. And then also in her chart, I believe everything was aligned. All of these were aligned with the date for today. So, wow. And then it's a woman stepping in her light. It's giving yes, okay? It's giving yes, okay? So now we're going to jump into the tarot and see what the tarot cards have to say. But yeah, she is a Gemini rising, Libra, Aries moon, okay? So a lot of these things are fated in this chart for her, okay? Midhaven, her VX, her fortune. Wow. As I'm cutting it, fighting, okay? Competition for justice. Come on. This is for what? We're doing it for the presidential. If she's going to be the president or not. All right, Spirit. For the Kamala Harris, will she be president? Let's see what comes out. Flipped over. Woo! Magician. With that 8, okay? Transformation with the infinity sign over their head. So this is her stepping into her power at this time, okay? Being a leader, taking the role of leadership, the number 1. Woo! Okay, I can't make it up. Y'all seen it flip over. But yeah, this is her stepping into her power. She has all the tools, okay? Divinely guided. Some things are fated, okay? With these flowers here, that's a sense of divine feminine energy. This Ouroboros around his waist, okay? New cycles ending, new cycles beginning. The sense of this stepping into a leadership role, okay? So I love it. I love it. Master manifester energy as well. So she most definitely, I feel like she has been stepping into a role of leadership, and I feel like anything can happen. So this is giving an indication of yes for me. Okay, this is giving a yes indication. So far, we already have the flexible, the ancient wisdom with the 7 on it, and then the rare with the woman on it, and then we got the magician. What is the next card? I'm just going to flip it over. Yeah, the world in her hands, 2 of wands. Okay, so this is making a decision on which way to go. Okay, it's giving a sense of the red and the blue. And the blue has, you know, more power in their hands right now. She has the power in her hands. She's looking towards her future. And the future is looking bright. We also have that too, that values, that Taurus energy, okay? And we also have Uranus in Taurus. So that's all about being unique values, okay? And also, 2 is like Gemini energy. And she's a Gemini rising, that dualistic nature, that balance, that pillar. Okay, so it's all about walking through this portal, walking on your path, okay, to in the future to gain enlightenment on something, to gain some sense of power, because this is somebody that's in power. Okay, he on his balcony chilling. He got the world in his hands. He got his staff in his hand. The power's in his hands. So it's a sense of, and both of these people have power in their hands. Okay, the staff is in their hands. The scepter is in their hands. So it's the sense of power, coming into power. We got 1, we got 2. All right, so wow. What is the next card? Can't make it up, y'all. Wow. It's giving yes. It's giving she's about to be the president, y'all. Oh my gosh. Look at this. What? The Ace of Pentacles? The Ace of with spirit hand coming in with the star, the big star. And she has a star in her chart and a star in the chart. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Wow. With this lush environment, the path is made easy. The road is made easy. Okay, this is spirit coming in, the divine coming in with a gift of physical opportunity. Okay, so something most definitely is fated. Something, a gift coming in, something miraculous happening. Especially with this, you got the magician and the Ace of Pentacles. This is like big abundance, new energy, meeting new people, bliss, growth. Wow, your path being enlightened. So her path is being enlightened. It's her destiny is destined. This is destined for her. Next card. Yes. With the moon. Okay, I believe this card is attributed to the moon in Libra. Wow. So, wow, decisions. Okay, with that 2 here again. With that 2 here, and making decisions on which way to go, cutting things out, leaving things behind. What does she say? We're not going back. We are not going back. That's one of her slogans that she be saying. And it's the sense of not going back to old way of thinking, going back to old political beliefs, old structure mindset, old illusions. Okay, going back to the astrology chart. All right, so this is having a decision on your mind, freeing your mind from limiting beliefs. Okay, with this water here and this moon here. Interesting. How interesting is this? Whoa, what is the next card? Cups. Wow. Wishes, intuition, just a sense of anything happening, okay? Anything happening when you pour into yourself, pour into your cup. So I believe she is a firm believer in justice and making things possible and doing what is right. When it comes to being a candidate, okay? I seen some of her like talks that she's been having, some of her debates that she's been having, or some of her when she's on tour doing, like I said, I'm not into the politics. I don't really know, but I just seen, the stuff they show on the news and social media, and what she was saying, I'm like, okay, she talking a good talk. Like she said, I can walk it like I talk it. She said that. That's something she said, okay? Tapping into the Migo energy, all right? That takeoff energy, RIP takeoff. But as you can see, he has these flowers here. The sense of divine feminine energy. Cups is that woman, that moon, that intuition, that intuitive knowing, okay? Gifts from the divine and source at this time. So, wow, very stylish. As we know, everybody's been talking about, oh, her in this purple suit and The Simpsons and predictive programming and all type of things. So, yeah, they don't even know that, the astrology chart is it's fated for her. So this is fate. This is destiny. This is trusting in what the divine has in store. What's the bottom card? Yo, I can't make it up. The bottom card is the moon card, y'all. The moon card with what? 2 dogs? Who is these 2 dogs? Who are the 2 dogs? The wolf and the dog evolution, barking at the moon with the 2 pillars here and a crab and a crustacean. Oh my goodness. This is Cancer. Big Cancer energy, okay? So, and then I said that 2 full moons in Cancer in Capricorn, okay? The full moon was in Capricorn. We had 2, okay? These 2 dogs. Okay, this could be Biden, this could be Trump, barking at the moon, barking at the woman, all right? Because the moon represents the woman with this hermit face in here. That's going within, that's intuition, that's the woman, that's divine feminine energy. These 2 pillars here, 2 pillars represent Gemini energy, okay? Going up this path, this water, this crustacean, Cancer season, okay? Cancer, the woman. All right, this crab, this crustacean coming out, rising above, okay? Whoa, going on this path to enlightenment with these dewdrops. How many dewdrops is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow. And 14 is, I believe, the Temperance card. Temperance card is all about justice and balance, equality, peace, tranquility, balance, Libra energy. Okay, so wow, we have the moon, which is attributed to Cancer energy with the 14 dewdrops. 14 is Temperance energy. Temperance is all about that Libra scale, Ma'at, balance, justice energy. She is a Libra, okay? Cancer is woman energy. I'm like kind of taken back just by this bottom card. All right, so the women, and yeah, Ace of Wands at the bottom of that. What's the next card under here? Strength, Leo. Ha 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 ha. Yo. Leo season with the infinity sign, 8, transformation, the woman taking control, divine feminine energy. It's just, wow. I'm flabbergasted. To me, just pulling on these cards alone, we have the Magician, 2 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Page of Cups, Strength, the Moon card. It's giving divine feminine energy coming in and rising. And there's going to be some rare, miraculous things happening for this. Is Kamala Harris going to be the president? Prediction with Astrology and Tarot. It's giving yes, okay? This has been amazing. This has been so much fun. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And yeah, see you guys next time.